Joined now by Rodney Vincent, the head coach for Vista Ridge. And of course, Rodney, spring game, chance to see the guys and a chance to really evaluate what's already happened this spring. What's your initial thoughts?
I tell you what, we've had 3 really good scrimmages leading up to this game where we've had a chance to evaluate players. Really competitive spring football. And usually on our last one, like on our spring game, we truly draft teams and let them have a good time. And it gives us a chance to see guys mixing with other people. We mix our offensive lineup tonight with different guys, and they have to work with different guys, and I think that's a challenge for them, but it also helps us as a team. But really just the last 3 scrimmages, we've had a good chance to evaluate our guys.
So what was the breakdown, the red and the black? It wasn't like varsity versus JV. It was a nice mix of both, it looked like.
It was truly a draft. It was a draft across the board. We made the teams as even as possible. We control the series where you have freshmen coming in and playing against freshmen, and then you have JV coming in and playing against JV and varsity playing against varsity. We can control it that way, but it was truly a draft and a fun night for the kids. Great end to our spring football.
A lot of points scored in this game, 26-20 your final, but good to see the offense kind of moving out there and seeing quarterbacks who are healthy.
Absolutely. Really pleased with the development of all of our quarterbacks. Our young quarterbacks came in and operated well, and our 2 veteran-type quarterbacks, I thought they had several good series. Just really just proud of how competitive our kids are. And really for the last 3 years, our spring game has come down to the last play of the game. So, for the Rangers, that's good.
I guess going into the fall, your top quarterback's going to be Towdy, or is that still to be determined?
No, Jacob Towdy has had a full off season and a great off season, and we're excited to see what he can do because he's had another year in our system. So I'm really proud of the way he's worked. Our receiver core that we're bringing back has worked well with him, and even Drew can too. You saw him, you got a chance to see him tonight and what he can do. So I'm feeling really good at our quarterback position.
It looks like running back, as usual, is another tight position for you guys as well. Pittman, some of the other guys out there.
Jamil can slide into the backfield, and also he's a dual threat and can be a great receiver. But I've been impressed with the offseason that DJ and Joe Goodwin have had, our other 2 backs. They've put on some weight, some good weight. You could see that they're breaking runs this year. Really pleased with their strength level and the way they're developing.
We always like to check in here on LoneStarGridiron.com with the coaching staff and the tree and all that stuff. Your coaching tree goes back how far? Who are some of the mentors for you?
Probably I'd have to say that, Coach Leo Britton was my high school coach, and he's the reason why I wanted to coach probably since I was in the 7th grade. But my first experience was with Marty Criswell in Bryan High School, and the biggest thing Coach Criswell taught me was just how important it is to develop young men, that it's more than just about the game. And then I had a chance to work for Mike Spradlin, who taught me a lot of things about building a program. He's turned around a lot of good programs in a lot of different places.
Temple included.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he did it at Temple and he did it at Cooper. And then one of my greatest mentors also was my athletic director at Austin High School, who also gave me my first opportunity to be a head coach, and that's Tommy Cox. You talk about a guy that's got a great head on his shoulders and taught me a lot of life lessons as a young head coach on things to do and not to do. I'd say that's a pretty good tree of mentors for me.
All starts with Flower Bluff. The game's going to be played at UIW in San Antonio. That's a great field, Benson Stadium down there in San Antonio. Make sure you get out and see the Vista Ridge Rangers coming up this fall. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you for covering us.
Rodney Vincent, back to you. LoneStarGridiron.com. Access the complete history of Texas high school football, over 100 years of information, win-loss records, coaching histories, individual stats, records, and more. Lone Star Gridiron, the authority on Texas high school football.